1. Wow, this tank looks like a fierce superhero ready for battle. 2. This tank looks like it has the power of a superhero, ready to take on any enemy. 3. Look at the determination on this tank's face. It's as if it's a superhero on a mission. 4. This tank reminds me of a superhero flying through the air, ready to save the day. 5. This tank looks like a superhero on a mission to protect its country. 6. The way this tank stands tall and strong, it's like a superhero ready to fight for justice. 7. This tank looks like a superhero ready to save the world from danger. 8. Look at the strength in this tank's design. It's like a superhero ready to take on anything. 9. This tank reminds me of a superhero rushing into battle to save the day. 10. The design of this tank looks like a superhero with a powerful arsenal of weapons. 11. This tank looks like a superhero with a shield, ready to protect its allies. 12. The way this tank is built, it looks like a superhero with incredible strength and agility. 13. This tank's design looks like a superhero with advanced technology and intelligence. 14. Look at the speed and the design of this tank. It's like a superhero moving at lightning speeds. 15. This tank reminds me of a superhero that can fly through the air and take on any challenge. 16. The way this tank is built, it's like a superhero that can transform into different forms. 17. This tank looks like a superhero that can camouflage itself and disappear from sight. 18. Look at the precision in the design of this tank. It's like a superhero with perfect aim. 19. This tank reminds me of a superhero that can communicate with other tanks and allies. 20. The way this tank is built, it looks like a superhero that can withstand any attack. 21. This tank looks like a superhero that can create force fields to protect itself and others. 22. Look at the agility in the design of this tank. It's like a superhero that can move with grace and ease. 23. This tank reminds me of a superhero that can sense danger and act quickly to prevent it. 24. The way this tank is built, it looks like a superhero that can heal itself and others. 25. This tank looks like a superhero that can create powerful explosions to defeat enemies. 26. Look at the intelligence in the design of this tank. It's like a superhero that can outsmart any opponent. 27. This tank reminds me of a superhero that can adapt to any situation and come out victorious. 28. The way this tank is built, it looks like a superhero that can control the weather and elements. 29. This tank looks like a superhero that can teleport to different locations in an instant. 30. Look at the stealth in the design of this tank. It's like a superhero that can move silently and undetected. 31. This tank reminds me of a superhero that can create illusions to confuse and distract enemies. 32. The way this tank is built, it looks like a superhero that can manipulate time and space. 33. This tank looks like a superhero that can summon powerful energy to defeat enemies. 34. Look at the endurance in the design of this tank. It's like a superhero that can keep fighting even when injured. 35. This tank reminds me of a superhero that can communicate with animals to aid in battle. 36. The way this tank is built, it looks like a superhero that can create clones of itself to confuse enemies. 37. This tank looks like a superhero that can control gravity and manipulate objects with ease. 38. Look at the resourcefulness in the design of this tank. It's like a superhero that can use any object as a weapon. 39. This tank reminds me of a superhero that can phase through objects and move through walls. 40. The way this tank is built, it looks like a superhero that can generate powerful force fields to protect allies. 41. This tank looks like a superhero that can transform into a giant, towering over enemies. 42. Look at the versatility in the design of this tank. It's like a superhero that can adapt to any situation. 43. This tank reminds me of a superhero that can control the elements of fire, water, and air. 44. The way this tank is built, it looks like a superhero that can create portals to different dimensions. 45. This tank looks like a superhero that can communicate telepathically with other tanks and allies.